My warm greeting to the judges. This is Lavdeep Singh of Team Fireflyers. I, along with my teammate Navjot Singh, have a built and website called DockIt. So here's a demo of that website to you. So let me start my demo with a simple question to you. If you decide tomorrow to open a restaurant in any of the city, would you actually know everything you need before serving your first customer? You would probably know that you need a license from the government, maybe a food permit, or maybe an inspection. And suddenly you are into the government website for business license, another one for health requirement, for fire safety, another and another. And the list goes on and on. And that's where things get difficult. The problem isn't always that business owners forget to renew something. The bigger problem is that they may never know what requirement existed in the first place, actually. And when you are a small business owner, you don't have a compliance department sitting next to you figuring out all of this. And that's the problem why we built Docket to solve it. Instead of making the owner figure out where to look, which government websites to go in and find the licenses, we ask the customer two simple things. What is your business and where are you operating? Docket then turns that information into clear city specific list of licenses, permits, inspections, and other requirements that are required for that particular business of that customer. And this becomes even more useful when the business expands. If the same food truck moves into another city, the docket doesn't make the owner start from zero. It compares what they already have, the new city requirements, and show them what they actually need now. So let me show you how the site looks like. So here I will just log in into already made account. So yeah, this is our primary site that we can go on. If you see, whenever the user will log in, it will come to this page that is my requirements. Here it will basically, since I have made my account, and in that I have already selected that I am a restaurant owner in New York state. So it's already showing me that I need these four licenses. Like you can see employee identification number, food protection certificate, food service establishment permit, and NYS certificate of authority. So now the thing is that you might think how, we are getting it. So we are fetching it live from the government sites. Basically, whenever the user fill that two questions that we ask him, his business type and where he operates in, our AI compliance engine goes to that government sites, finds out what the actual requirement is that, and list all the permits and the certificates that he need you know so this is, in this you can see, what is the estimated fees of each and every permit, what's the time processing time it takes actually to get to you, so you can all see that. And from here directly only, you can add it to my license if you want it. So now I will switch to another page that is called the dashboard. So this is the main page where the user can see everything that he needs to. So here in the front, we have a grading system. Basically, we have a two basic levels of grade. One is the permit coverage, and second is the license health. So permit coverage is basically like, how much how much license and permit are you actually tracking. So it tells you grading upon that. And the license health is basically how much time is left before license going to expired, and it tells that also. So here you can see, uh, as it's a demo, I've already pre-filled a license. You can see the detail. It's a license for IRS, Internal Review Service. So you can see the license number, expiry date, everything in here. So yeah, you can see that. So let us now I show you how a person can, upload his licenses and it can get scanned. So here I'm just selecting a normal license. So now, our OCR pipeline and our AI engine is scanning it, and it will automatically fill up the fields and come up with the site. It just take usually 1 minute max to do it. So we have to wait for that time. So yeah, as you can see that, our license document is already scanned, it correctly scanned it, employer identification, its IRS and everything it's scanned on its own. And you can see here, we also give a mark of AI confidence. So it's basically like when we scanned, so how much the AI is confident that, the field that he has filled is correct. Now, the thing is that you can think that it's only 75% and it's less. Actually, it's not less. With the time, as the more data comes into our site, since it's only one or two users that we have put in the database, since the more data comes, the AI automatically gets trained on it, and yeah, the performance automatically improves with the data. So I think you can also, like, if you want, sometimes the AI can make mistake. You can just go ahead and put your own date and time, whatever you wanted. We will just normally confirm and save it. And as you can see, the license is saved, and now you can see, the permit coverage is there, license health is there, so everything is there. As you can see, the earlier license that I uh, in the app that I put, is actually expired, you know so it is showing me here. So now I can show you the map. So it's also one of another features. Now sometimes is that, you don't know actually where the offices are and which office have to go physically and which office you can do the work online. So we made an interactive map, so where you can view the official website where the office are, where you have to go, and this all things. Now, another thing in our portal is that, it's a compliance intelligence system. What it basically does is that it does give you analytics of every, since for now, if you can see, we only have tracking only one uh, certificate for now. So it is just for that, and it's not showing too much tracking. But if you eventually add three, four certificates, it will show you the full tracking mechanism. So basically, we have two, three things in it: life, penalty, exposure. It basically tells you that, when a life, like when a certificate gets or license gets expired, so you know how much penalty you're going to get. So before that, it's basically give a score upon that. Now it's another thing is renewal countdown and priority queue. One more thing when I wanted to show is that, and I think where we have an edge over other already made softwares like this is that you can see, let us say I'm currently in a New York and I own a restaurant, and tomorrow I want to go in Chicago and add some my another franchisee or somewhat another store in it. So now it's a different state. I have to go, it's another jurisdiction, see what it requires, and it's too much of a hassle. And that's what DockIt solve it. You don't have to do anything. You just go add a city. Let us say I added Chicago. You just do merge jurisdiction. You can see Chicago is added, and if any more permit is required to you, it will already be required. So now the thing is that, since for the demo only we have added two cities and we are tracking only two cities, that is New York and Los Angeles. So I will just add Los Angeles and show you. See, I've added Los Angeles, and you can see some new certificates have already been uploaded. So yeah, this was our whole idea and whole thing of how the system is going to track it. So yeah, so that's it for our demo. Thank you and hope you like it.